YouTube friends. Today I am doing my question and answer video. I asked you guys for questions and suggestions of things that you might want to know about me. Sounds so narcissistic to say that, like, welcome, we're gonna chat about me. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and answer the questions that you guys gave me, and definitely let me know if any of these questions spark new questions. Definitely leave those in the comments below, and if you guys like this, I can do another one in the future. But if you are new here, I just want to say hi. My name is Meredith, and welcome to my channel, mereofalltrades. I do all sorts of videos around here, kind of whatever I'm feeling like that day. I do subscription unboxings, and I also do grocery and shopping hauls occasionally too. So if that sounds like fun, hit the red subscribe button down below and we can hang out. Alright, so to start off, obviously I said, and most of you know, my name is Meredith. And I am married. I am 35. I have 3 kids. They are 10, 8, and 2, and their names are Liam, Carl, and River. I'm not going to talk too much more about the kids just because I don't like to share too much information about them for safety reasons. I feel like most of you guys can understand that. So yeah, I don't usually talk too much about where exactly we live or what school my kids go to or that kind of stuff for the protection of my children. So yeah, my husband's name is Nate, and we've been married for 17 years, together for almost, gosh, it'll be 21 years, I think, this year. So a long time. Forever, couple of decades. Somebody asked about my career and what I have done. So it's gonna sound like a resume. Let's see here. So I started babysitting at a pretty young age, and then I got a job as a courtesy clerk at Imperfect Foods when I was 14. So I pushed in carts and I bagged groceries and all that sort of thing. And then I went to cosmetology school my senior year of high school. We have something called PSEO, or post-secondary enrollment option, that you can do here in the state of Minnesota. I'm sure other states have it too, but it might not be called the same thing. And so I graduated from high school and cosmetology school at just under 18. And then I married my husband Nate that same summer, because we're crazy like that. And then, let's see, I was a hairstylist for like 14 years at 3 different salons. I spent the majority of my career at one salon, and then my husband got a new job and we moved about 45 minutes away from where we had been living, and so at that time we still had 2 young kids and I would have been kind of starting over. Most of the time hairstylists get paid on commission, and so we knew that the amount of money that I would make would not cover the cost of putting the kids into childcare, and so it just didn't make sense for me to continue to work. And so yeah, so that's that. I mostly did hair, but I also did nail care and I also did skincare. So at that specific salon that I worked at for the majority of my career, if you wanted to a facial, for most of that time I was the only person who was doing those services. Some people just aren't interested. So I did take some additional classes at the International Dermal Institute, which is in Minneapolis. And then to be honest, I have not taken any classes for probably like 8 years. So, but I continue to keep my cosmetology license active, which does require additional training, mostly on sanitation and disinfection in the salon and like hair, scalp diseases, that kind of stuff, for public safety. And so I do keep that license up just because I enjoy doing hair, and heaven forbid anything ever happen where I need to go back to work, I want to have that up to date and ready to go. So yeah, so that's my career. I still do hair occasionally, on-site weddings and makeup application for weddings, that kind of special events, that sort of thing. And occasionally I'll do friends' hair in my house. So that's what I'm doing now, and YouTube, of course. So this question, I feel like I could almost make a whole separate video on, so let me know if that's something that you're interested in. But the question was, how do I keep a positive attitude because I don't seem anxious or stressed? What's my secret? And then, do I have any tips for those who suffer from anxiety? So, okay, before I even answer this question, disclaimer, I bet you're not surprised that I'm going to say I am not a healthcare professional. So just keep in mind that these are just my own personal observations and things that I do for myself. But of course, if you have true mental health issues, if you are someone who suffers greatly from anxiety or depression, please seek professional help. Okay, now that that disclaimer is out of the way, and it is okay, by the way, to seek professional help, I think you need to know what fills your soul, what feeds your well. For some people, that is prayer and scripture reading or meditation. For me, I am happiest when I'm creating, be it, you know, I'm baking something, maybe I'm knitting or sewing or painting or writing, creating videos, doing makeup. I feel like that's art. So know what it is for you. I can listen to music. I can read a good book. I love to like sing and dance and around, even just in my kitchen. And so I think you need to know what feeds your soul, what makes you happy, what brings you joy. Do those things, and do those things regularly. When you find yourself stressing out or focusing on the negative, you need to flip the script. You need to change up the way you're thinking. And a lot of times it's the exact opposite. So right now, we are all stuck inside, okay? And we're focusing on the fact that you can't leave the house. And, you know, it can make you anxious. It makes me anxious. I can't sit here and tell you that I haven't had some sleepless nights or that I haven't worried about it, because I have. I think it's really easy to turn on the camera and be all positive and then turn the camera off and freak out a little. It's just not usually something that you show all the time. I don't feel that I normally suffer from a lot of anxiety, but I don't know. I mean, I think we all do from time to time, and I think we're all feeling it now. I just don't want to put more negativity into the world. You know, I've watched some YouTubers who, like, you just want to smack them because they sound entitled and they're complaining about something they got for free. You're just like, could you just be a little more grateful? I don't know. So there are times when, you know, I think we all complain and have a pity party. When I want to do that, I call up my girlfriends or my mother-in-law and I whine away and they listen. And I think having someone you can talk to who's willing to listen to you complain and you will do that in return, I think is huge. So definitely call somebody, talk to somebody. I really do think that makes the difference. And let's see. So if you're focusing on the negative, one thing you can do is think of 3 to 5 things that you are grateful for. So, or something that you used to wish for that you have now. For years and years, I struggled to get pregnant, for example, and that's why there's such a large gap between my 8-year-old and my 2-year-old. I had some miscarriages in there, and we knew we weren't done, that we really wanted kids, and I always wanted a daughter, and, you know, I wished for her and I prayed for her, and she's here, and I'm blessed or lucky or whatever word you want to use. I feel like blessed is kind of a hard word because there are a lot of people out there who can't get pregnant, and why would one person be blessed and someone else not? I don't know. That always bugged me when people were like, I'm so blessed to have these. I don't know. It is what it is. Anyway, so think of things that you used to wish for that you have now. Maybe that's a car. Oh, my banana bread's done. Hang on. Okay, banana bread is done. So we're talking about writing down things you're grateful for. Really focus on those things. It really can help to change your mindset instead of being like, I'm stuck inside, I can't do any of these things. Be like, okay, I am forced to take a break. This is a good thing. We as Americans especially are so busy in our day-to-day lives, and there are things that you're like, oh, I really need to do that when you see it, and you're like, I can't do it right now. I don't have time. Now is that time. Do those things. Focus on the things that you can do, that you can control, that you can change. We are feeling like we can't control the situation. But if you're staying home, you are controlling it. You are doing what you can do. It might seem weird to sit on your couch and do nothing. But if you're worried about food, organize your pantry. I did that. I wanted to see what I really had. It was a mess, and I was like, okay, if I'm gonna make meals for my family and try to go as long as humanly possible without going to the store, I need to know what I have. And in order to do that, my pantry has to be organized so I can see what I have, so I can make meals. So that's one thing that you can do. Find the beauty or create the beauty. So this kind of goes back to what I do, but finding beauty. For example, it snowed the other morning, but when I went to take the trash out, I noticed that the daffodils were just starting to push up through the snow. That's beauty. It's sometimes the simplest things. You just need to look for them, because they are there. And that can sometimes be easier said than done, especially when you kind of start to spiral and worry, and it just makes things worse. But try and find those beautiful things. Maybe it's a cardinal on a tree branch outside of your window. Maybe it's connecting with a friend. There are so many things. We did a group video chat with several of my aunts and cousins, and it was lovely. We just talked for about an hour. We got to see each other's faces and connect, and it's something that we don't always have time for. And right now, we were all home and we all had time. And I think that's something that we usually wish for, and we wish we had more of, is time. So taking a walk and getting out in the sunshine, we all know that it's good for us, it's healthy for our bodies, and it's also healthy for our mental well-being. Light a candle, one that you enjoy the smell of, and sit and enjoy the light, read a book, soak in the smell, and take care of you. Sometimes for some people, for me, that is a face mask or a bubble bath or something of that nature, or taking the time to paint my nails, because those things for me personally are good. I like to look nice, I like to be able to relax, and I don't have a lot of me time. So we already talked about calling a friend or a family member. Talk yourself down from it. Talk yourself down, saying, I'm staying inside. I've sanitized or disinfected. I'm trying my best not to go out. And those, tell yourself, those are the things. It's okay to talk yourself out of the anxiety that you're feeling. There are some times when I'm afraid and I'm like, okay, if this were to be the worst case situation, what would I do? If there was, we'll say, a fire in my house. If there was a fire in my house, I know I need to get to the kids' bedrooms, and I need to do this, and line it up in your head and talk yourself down, because you know all those steps you're already going to take. And then again, change what you can. Focus on the things, it's a lot like the Serenity Prayer. Focus on the things that you can do something about. There are a lot of things you can't do something about. Maybe the people who aren't staying home, for example. Do we get mad at them? Maybe we do. But you can change what you can change. So stay home. Meal prep with what you have. Work on that project. Do the things that you can do. And it really does help. Okay. And then look forward and give yourself things to look forward to. So, for example, there was a book conference that I was going to go to. It got rescheduled. So I know I have to look forward a little while longer, but I'm going to get to go to that book conference in October. And it's going to be a lot of fun. Or my subscription box is going to come, and I can look forward to the fact that when it comes, I can unbox it and see what I got, and I enjoy that. So it's something that I can look forward to. It can be simple things. Maybe it's that an author that you absolutely love is releasing a book. I'll put those on my calendar. I enjoy reading, and if it's someone whose book I'm going to want to read right away, I put it on the calendar. I look forward to it. And I get very excited when they come out. Yes, I'm a dork. Okay, so anyways, next question. Where do you see your channel going? What is your YouTube channel goal? And are you looking to see what subjects are attracting the most viewers? Yes. This is kind of a tricky one. Where do I see my channel going? I don't know if I have a specific focus. I called my channel Mare of All Trades because I really have such a wide variety of interests. And so I didn't start my channel with a specific avenue in mind. To be honest, I started watching Stitch Fix unboxings, and I was watching a seaweed starfish, and her name is Beth, and I cannot think of her channel name, do their Stitch Fix unboxings, and I was like, that's really cool that they are putting these videos out for people to see, and well, I could do that, and you know, kind of pay it forward basically, because I wasn't starting a YouTube channel to be famous or make a bunch of money or whatever. I honestly did it because I was like, well, if they can share their unboxings and I watch them, I'll share my unboxings and they can watch me. Like, that was my thought process. And for a long time, that was really all I shared on my channel was my monthly Stitch Fix. So what is my YouTube channel goal? Right now, my YouTube channel goal is to get to 2,000 subscribers. That's a goal that I have. I'd really love for my channel to get to the point where it's truly self-sustaining. You know, obviously my grocery hauls, I'd be buying those groceries anyway for my family, and my Target hauls, I usually am buying those clothes for my kids or that book I want to read or whatever. But when it comes to like some of the subscription boxes, it would be nice if my channel got to that point. P.S. YouTubers, most of us don't make much money. You have to hit a $100 threshold in order to be paid, and if you don't hit that threshold, you don't get a paycheck that month. So let's be honest, I don't get paid every single month. That'd be a goal. But in the end, I would really like the content to pay for itself, because when it starts to pay for itself, then I can add more content. And if I look at my analytics, my content that does really, really well is primarily my Costco hauls. Although this month my Costco haul got buried. I think last month my Costco haul got like 5,000 views, which for my channel is huge. And this month, because of all of the like emergency stock up prepping Costco hauls, mine kind of got buried, which is fine. And it's like under 800. So, I mean, compare that to 5,000 last month, that's pretty drastic. But my grocery hauls and my Stitch Fix unboxings are the things that carry my channel. And all of the other videos that I do usually get somewhere much less than that. And you can see, you know, when you look, it's usually pretty accurate. When you are like watching the video, you can see how many views it has. Usually the count in the analytics is a little higher than the one, I don't think it updates on the actual video as quickly. So do I have an exact direct direction? If I was going only by, I want to get as many views and make as much money as I can, I'd be doing nothing but fashion unboxings and grocery hauls. That's just me being honest. But I have a lot of other interests, and I will say I get so much more interaction on like comments and likes and that kind of thing on the smaller videos. So I don't know. I would love to hear from you guys if there's content that you want me to do. And if it's something that I can afford to do. I've had people ask for things that I just can't do because I can't shell out more money on the channel. Just being honest. So yeah, as my channel grows, I will have more income coming in, which means then I could do more videos. So for right now, I don't have a specific view of where the channel is going. But definitely tell me, what are your favorite videos that I do? What brought you to the channel? What video was it that you clicked on and really liked? I'd love to hear that from you guys. It can help me shape the channel and bring you more content that you want to see. And then the last question I had was, how do I have such a good relationship with your mother-in-law? And on the other side of that, where is my mother? So my mother passed away a few years ago. Some of you have probably heard me talk about my California trip. My mother passed away about a month before we went on that vacation. And so she died from diabetic complications. And she chose to stop taking her medication. And so effectively she stopped taking all the medication that was keeping her alive, and she passed away a few weeks later. As far as my mother-in-law goes and the relationship that we have, ooh, that's a loaded question. I mean, I think part of it is just the fact that we've known each other for 21 years. I met her before I ever started dating her son. I was good friends with 2 of her 3 boys, and so, you know, even before that, we knew each other. And she has 3 boys, so I think she never had a daughter, and when I came along, I think she was pretty darn excited that she finally got her girl, and she says that when people ask. And both my brother-in-laws are married, so now she has 3 daughter-in-laws. And I think we know each other really well, and we have a lot of similar interests. We enjoy going shopping together. We enjoy crafting. She and I, back before I had kids and we had more time, we made several quilts together for wedding gifts for family members. And I think, you know, we have some differences too, but we have a lot of similarities just in kind of the way we think about things. And I also think we just have known each other so long that we're willing to call each other out on our crap when the need arises, and tell each other that, hey, shut up and calm down because it's not that big a deal, or, you know, you're really doing this and it's getting on my nerves, so cut it out, will ya? And she would say the same thing. I actually told her the question. I was like, so what do you think? So, you know, I think it's a combination of just being able to be honest. Not everybody can do that with their mother-in-law. You know, she treats me like one of her own kids. And I think the things that she does that drive me nuts, she tends to nag. You know, I know at the end of the day that it's coming from a good place, and that she cares about me, and that she wouldn't say those things if she didn't care. Doesn't mean it's not annoying, but I know where it's coming from, and I think that's kind of the key to people and relationships in general, is just, you know, knowing why they are the way they are and what they need. So anyways, yeah. My husband just brought the kids home from a walk, so I think I'm going to end it here. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell, and you know I'll be talking to you soon. Bye, guys.